Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we saw the divisions of faith according to the three modes in last class, Sattva, Rajas, Tamoguna. So in Sattva Guna, it binds us with what? The two things it binds us with. Sattva Guna binds us with
knowledge and happiness.
Knowledge and happiness. Very good. So Sattva will bind us with knowledge and happiness. Then Rajaguna or yes, passion. Passion binds us with what does passion brings in us? What kind of emotions?
Pride, Mataji. Pride.
Yeah, desires and greed. Okay, all that comes. Okay. Now Tamoguna binds us with laziness and no, lust is the Rajo.
Foolishness, Mataji.
Sleep and laziness, yes, all that. So foolishness. Okay, so this is the three modes. And based on the three modes, there are faith also divided, no? People in Sattva worship whom?
Demigods.
Demigods. Rajaguna worships?
Demons.
And Tamoguna worships the?
Ghosts
and spirits.
So we saw that based on the faith, based on the three modes, the faith is also divided. So we saw that. Okay, so worshipping, this is the picture. So we saw those who worshipping demigods in Sattva, the demons, Rajaguna, and the ghosts and spirits in Tamoguna. And those who worship Krishna is in which mode?
Shuddha Sattva.
Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Vasudeva Shabdita. We already discussed that. Then we saw food in the three modes. How is food in Sattva? How is the food in
Purity and strength and health, Mataji.
Yeah, and what does it bring into us? What benefit it brings to us by eating such food?
Happiness and satisfaction, Mataji.
Happiness, satisfaction, then it increase the duration of your life. Now all that we'll feel. So this is the food in goodness. So it gives you strength, purify existence, health, happiness, satisfaction, increase the duration of life. It's juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart. Just a revision. So in Rajaguna, food in Rajaguna is how?
Bitter, sour, salty, hot, Mataji.
Yeah, too hot, too pungent, too spicy. Yeah, too spicy. So finally, it brings what to us?
Distress.
Yeah, distress and disease and all kind of such things comes because of Rajaguna or passion. No, too bitter, too sour, too salty, dry, pungent, burning and all. So definitely distress, lamentation and disease. And what about food in Tamoguna?
Stale.
Yeah. And cooked more than?
3 hours.
3 hours. Bad smell.
Exception is prasadam. So prasadam is definitely after offering, you mix it. It is transcendental. Any example to show from Shastra that prasadam is transcendental? Based on the time duration. Anybody from Shastra? No, you don't know any examples to show prasadam is transcendental?
Mataji, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu carried prasadam made of poha and all that for 1 month, which was made by his mother.
Yes, Mataji. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita itself, there is one more personality who proved that prasadam is transcendental. Who was that? In Jagannath Puri, who used to eat that? The remnants of cows and even the dogs wouldn't eat such food. So decayed food.
Haridas Thakur, Mataji.
Not Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur kept the whole plate
Sanatan
of prasadam.
Mataji.
Who?
Sanatan Goswami.
No, it's a Goswami, but not Sarava Goswami.
Bhattacharya.
Jiva Goswami.
No. It's Raghunath Das Goswami. Yeah, Raghunath. So it's Raghunath Das Goswami who actually takes that food which has been discarded by all the people. Even the dogs will not eat that. But still it was prasadam. And sometimes in Puri, they throw the prasadam on the ground and devotees eat that. It said that even though it's mixed with the mud, it is considered transcendental. So prasadam is definitely transcendental. And okay, so we saw prasadam. You know, anybody knows the story how this prasadam came to being in Jagannath Puri?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Actually,
speak
it,
Tamil.
yes, Mataji, I am from Odisha, so I know little
You
bit.
know. Yeah, just tell it short.
Yes, it is actually cooked in the earthen pots, one pot on the other, and the food is
Okay.
cooked in very fast. Within 3-4 minutes, the rice is cooked. So they are taking out the food to on the way. Agnishwar Mahadev is there. From the when they pass the food by that side, it is very much smell and the things come, and then it is prasadam has gone to Jagannath Mahaprabhu. After
Okay.
that, it will go to Bimala Devi. Then it will be
Yes.
Mahaprasad.
So who is Bimla Devi?
Bimla Devi is actually the Sakti Swarupini. She is not Lakshmi. She is actually Sakti Swarupini and Dakshina Kali. We call it other name.
How is Bimla Devi getting prasadam? That's my question.
She's Parvati.
Yeah. How did she get Parvati?
Because once Narada went.
Yeah. Can you tell that story? It's a very nice, funny story. Yes, Mataji. Mamta Mataji.
Yes. Once Narada Muni got prasadam from Vishnu Bhagwan, and when he comes and tells Shivji that I got prasadam and he wanted it. So he said, I have eaten it, I have nothing. But what happened is there is one grain underneath the nail of Narji, and he gave it to Shivji, and Shivji takes it, and then he tells Parvati. Parvati said, where's my prasadam? So then he said, I don't have it. Then Vishnu tells Parvati that next time, in Jagannath Puri, anything offering will come to you. After I eat, then you'll get it, and then the people will get it. Something like that.
Yes. So, as Mataji mentioned, yes, Narad Muni was so happy that he went and asked Lakshmi Devi once that can I have the remnants of Lord Vishnu? And the previous day, Lord Vishnu knew this. So Lord Vishnu said, my remnants should be eaten only by Lakshmi Devi. Nobody else should eat. So Narad Muni, like Lakshmi Devi was in dilemma. Like she was so upset, like what to do, because Narada asked for prasadam, and this side Vishnu said that don't give my prasadam. So she went and said to Vishnu that she was upset, and Vishnu asked what happened. She said that Narad Muni asked for your remnants. Now what to do? You told no, I should not give. So you can't break his words. Like he also told, and you can't break. So Vishnu made a twist in it. He said, yes, you should not give my remnants, but while eating prasadam, if I look somewhere, you take my plate and give to Narada. Now, how to do that? So Garuda, his Vahan, the bird, comes and stands behind Vishnu and calls him when he is having prasadam. So by the time the Lord turned back to see Garuda, Lakshmi Devi grabs the plate of prasadam and gives to Narad Muni. Narad Muni is in ecstasy after taking the prasadam. He ate the whole plate. Sometimes it happens. Once in Mayapur, we got Guru Maharaj's Mahaprasad. The whole plate was like empty, all the people, because we know it's so much of mercy and just take it. The plate was so empty. So when Narad Muni, Narad Muni can travel all the planetary system without a visa. So he was just dancing and enjoy playing his veena and all. He reached Kailas and Lord Shiva saw this. Lord Shiva was like, Narada, what happened to you? It's so much of ecstasy, you're dancing and all. So Narada was like, you know what? Today I got remnants of Vishnu. And Lord Shiva was like, see, you are my friend. We are friends. No, you should share it, not eat the whole plate. Now, so you could have given something to me. Even one morsel of rice is enough. So Narad Muni is like, oh, now what to do? So he just started looking at his hands. And sometimes in a hurry, you wash his, it'll be half done. Like your hand would be completely clean. So behind his, underneath his, the nails, there was one morsel of rice. And Narad Muni took that and gave to Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva ate just one morsel of rice, and he started doing the dance, dance of Lord Shiva. You can imagine how happy he would be. So he started dancing in ecstasy, and then his wife came, Parvati. And Parvati is like, normally you do Tandava with so much of anger and destruction. Today you are in so much of ecstasy. What happened? So they told the whole story. And Parvati Devi started burning with so much of anger, and she was like, we are called Ardhanarishwar, in the sense half Shiva, half Parvati. It's like the best couples are said like that. So now we should share everything. Then Lord Shiva was like, got only one morsel. It's okay. Even if you get one morsel, you should have made it half and give it to me. So Mother Parvati, she's Durga. She started burning, and the whole, so much of anger, and the whole universe started feeling the heat. And Lord Vishnu also in Vaikunta came to know this, and he came down personally, asked, what is the problem? So she said, this happened. And now what to do? So Lord Vishnu said, don't worry. I will come down in Kali Yuga as Daru Brahman. Daru Brahman is Jagannath, in Jagannath Puri. And then my prasada, whatever prasada is offered, that is Chappan Bhog is offered. Before Jagannath could wash his hands and dries the hand, the other 56 items comes. So that's Jagannath Puri. Anybody, lakhs of people, thousands and millions of people go there, there's prasada. Nobody can say there's no prasadam in Jagannath Puri. So he promised, the Lord promised, I'll come as Daru Brahman in the wood, and as Jagannath, and my prasadam, first it will be offered to you as Bimla Devi. In the sense, you are Parvati, and you can see even now, Bimla Devi is there, and the prasadam offered to Jagannath is first given to Bimla Devi. And Lord Shiva will be little outside there, but she accepts it, it becomes Mahaprasad, and then it's given to the devotees. So she started getting the remnants of Jagannath. And that the Jagannath fulfilled that desire also. Because these prasadams are transcendental, Shuddha Sattvagun. Okay, so it's in Shuddha Sattvagun, and not only, and when Mata Parvati said that I didn't get prasadam, and the Lord said, okay, you'll get prasadam from now onwards. She said, no, my children also need prasadam. So Lord Vishnu is like, okay, Ganesha and who's the other one? Subramanya, right? You are Kartikeya. So they both will get prasadam. She's like, no, I am Mother Durga. I am the material nature. I am the mother of all the living entities. So all the living entities needs your prasadam. Not only all of them are my children. And then Lord Shiva said, yes, the whole universe will get it. And how is it 56 items offered to the Lord? Why is it Chappan Bhog? Anybody knows the secret? Chappan is 56, right?
Yeah, it is Govardhan Parvat, because the Lord is has on his finger he was holding the Govardhan Parvat for 7 days and for 4 prahars. So it is 4 prahar, Radharani, 8 prahar, sorry. 8 prahar, and Radharani, the Mata Yashoda used to get the bhoga for 8 times. So 8 into 7, it's 56.
Yeah, so for 7 days and night, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. So for 7 days, Yashoda Maya could not feed Krishna, because 24 hours into 7, he was lifting the Govardhan hill, right? And then, so one day he eats 8 meals, Krishna. We have 3 meals, 4 meals, like that. He has 8 meals, small snacks and all that. So 8 times she could not feed Krishna for 7 days. And that's how 8 into 7 became 56. So 56 items the Chappan Bhog offered to Lord Jagannath. Okay, now that we saw about food in the 3 modes. Now we also saw sacrifice in the 3 modes, right? In goodness, they do out because it's prescribed in the Shastras, and they do it out of duty without expecting anything in return. But you can see in Rajagun, it's so much of pomp and show, like just for a show, to show their prestige, they do so much because expecting something in return. Okay, if I do this puja, I will get this benefit. If I do from the demigods. And the Tamoguna, you can see how Bhasmasur they do sacrifice, but then it'll destroy themselves. Like Hiranyakashipu also did so much of sacrifice and tapasya, but it destroyed himself. Now, even Ravan was putting his one by one head into the sacrificial fire to please Lord Shiva. And the last head was to be beheaded, then Lord Shiva came. But even then, he got destroyed. Okay, now we have to talk about austerity of speech. I think we stopped here. Austerity of the body. Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharyam Ahimsam Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. So how do you do austerity with the body? Austerity of the body consists of worshipping the Supreme Lord. So if you want to worship the Lord, what you'll do? You get up early in the morning, take a bath. So Shuchi, all this cleanliness and all, that is austerity of the body. And then the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, you pay obeisances to the spiritual master and superiors like Father, Mother. Cleanliness. There are 2 types of cleanliness. What are they?
External and internal.
External
body
and
and
internal.
mind.
How is the internal cleanliness done?
Internal by japa, namasmaran, that Cheto Darpana Marjanam.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So internal cleanliness happens when you clean the heart with the holy name. It's like a bottle brush cleaning it. And also it is said, Om apavitro pavitro va sarva avastam gatupyava yat smaret pundari kaksham sabahyam apindara shuchi. Yat smaret pundari kaksham. Om apavitro pavitro. Even if you are pure or not pure, whichever avastha, sarva avastha, whichever avastha you are, yet smaret pundari kaksham. If you think of Krishna even once or chant his holy name, sabahyam apindara shuchi. Inside and outside become cleansed. So just by remembering Krishna. Why is that happening? Just by remembering Krishna, you get cleansed.
Since the name is pure, Matas.
Yes, the name is
because
pure.
name is
Krishna is
transcendental.
pure. Yes, the name is pure. Krishna is also pure. Nama Chintamani Krishna Ras Chaitanya Rasa Vigraham Purna Shuddha Nitya Muktam Abhinattam Nama Namina. So the Nama, the holy name is Shuddha. Krishna is Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram. He's very pure. So you are taking something or you are associating with something which is very pure or Shuddha, then you also get purified. Like the bell metal, no? When it mixed with what, it becomes gold? With which metal? The bell metal.
Mercury.
Mercury. Yeah.
Mataji.
So if it mixes with mercury, it becomes gold. So how is that possible? So similarly, when you mix with the Shuddhanama or the pure devotees and Shastras, what happens? We become purified. Okay, we become purified. So it's very important. So celibacy and non-violence. How many of you took Nirjal last time? Took Nirjal? Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi? Okay, good. Yeah. So that was what actually it is purifying us. No, it's purifying us. You all felt that, okay, a little bit weak, might be you're tired or something, but the next day you feel that so light and you feel it's kind of a celibacy or an austerity we are doing to show Krishna how sincere we are, it is said. And anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya pyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Now, how do you use your austerity of speech? Consistent in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, and beneficial. Okay, so anudvega karam vakyam. Vakyam. Satyam priyahitam chayat. Swadhyaya means what? Swadhyaya abhyasanam.
Reading Shastras.
Yeah, reading Shastras by the self-study of the Shastras. All of us should have that. Vanmayam uchyan. So when you study Shastras or read slokas, you're actually doing austerity of speech. Okay. Actually, it is said the tongue should be used to glorify Krishna only. But we speak a lot of Gramikata. That's like wife not chaste. Or the tongue is like a wife and the Supreme Lord Krishna is like the husband. So the tongue is like the wife married to the husband. She has to be chaste to the husband. But she talks about some other things. It's like the tongue is considered to be like a prostitute, it said. So it means we are misusing it. Like government gives you a vehicle for the government job purpose, for your duty. But you use the same vehicle for your family things. So that's like misusing the right thing. So austerity of speech consists of speaking words that are truthful. Like Prahlad Maharaj. When Prahlad Maharaj sat in Hiranyakashipu's lap and Hiranyakashipu asked, what did you learn from your Gurukul? What did he say? Nobody knew in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam it says. Okay, first time Prahlad Maharaj says, yes.
Lord Vishnu stays in everyone's heart.
Yeah, he says that the Lord is in everyone's heart and we should do devotional service to the Lord. And also he says, Shravadam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, that these are the 9 processes of devotional service. He's told the truth, like Srila Prabhupada, when he went to America, like somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's many disciples went to the West. Nobody was successful. And finally they said, the 4 regulative principles will not work in the West. Why? That's their daily routine. Everyone eats non-vegetarian foods. Everyone have illicit sex problems. Everyone have intoxication, gambling. It's normal. It's common there. There are only very few exceptional cases, but it's like their lifestyle is like that. So somebody told Prabhupada, this Krishna consciousness is not going to work in the West. Why? Because it's okay, at least India, there's Sanatana Dharma, there's some part of people are pious, but there everybody is sinful. Everybody is doing all this. That's a normal lifestyle for them. If you like, sometimes it's said, no, in college, if you reach that teenage, if they don't have a girlfriend, boyfriend, it's considered something abnormal there in the West. And it's normal, it's common to have. So that's their normal lifestyle. So Prabhupada is here going and preaching and saying the four regulative principles, but Prabhupada never compromised on that. He was very truthful. And still hippies came and joined because they were getting a higher taste. And it's because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy, Sadhu Sangha. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarvasiddhi. Just because of his association, he gave that mercy, costless mercy. Prabhupada says that because of his costless mercy, they could take up to Krishna consciousness. Today I was hearing, and Prabhupada says, don't be surprised how many fall down from Krishna consciousness. Many will fall. Just be surprised to see how many stays in Krishna consciousness. So you're all gems, actually. You've been so fortunate that you stayed for a long time. Now you are doing 16 rounds. You reached up to Bhakti Shastri. That means you're serious in devotional service, or you want to do Shastric studies. That means you're advancing. So it's not easy to reach that stage. So it's because of constant association of devotees, it's possible. And we should not agitate others. And also we should be regularly reciting Vedic literatures. Now, sometimes some devotees, they recite Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam slokas daily. That also is kind of an austerity. Okay, that's austerity of speech. Prabhupada says when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instruction of his students. But such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his students, if that will agitate their minds. The process of speaking in spiritual circle is to say something upheld by the scriptures. One should at once quote from scriptural authority to back up what he says. That's why, like in the open book OBA, when you write, they were asking for references from Shastras, and it is very important to quote scriptural authorities. It's open book. You can go refer to the books and write. Nobody's stopping you. Now you can just go to Vani's house. There's something called Vani's house, and you get all the instructions by Srila Prabhupada on that particular topic. And you just get references and you can write. So why? Because to substantiate your statement, to prove that the statement is true, you can always have references from Shastra. At the same time, such talks should be very pleasurable to the ear. By such discussion, one may derive the highest benefit and elevate the human society. There is a limitless stock of Vedic literature and one should study this. This is called austerity of speech. So it's a social convention that if you want to speak truth, you should speak truth very palatable, flattering. Don't speak unpalatable truth, Prabhupada says. But we are not meant for that purpose. That is social people says. But Prabhupada says, we are preachers, we are servant of God. We must speak the real truth. So when somebody doubted Prabhupada, Prabhupada said, I may be wrong, but Shastra will be never wrong. So you may like or may not like it. That's a godless civilization. Cannot be happy in any stage. That's fact. But we should tell what is fact. That doesn't mean initially itself, when we preach, we tell the four regulative principles. No, that comes last. Let them start chanting. Let them start having prasadam and do some service. Then slowly it will come. So we'll have a small breakout room here. Prabhupada writes in the purport 1715, then one should not speak in such a way as to agitate the mind of others. Discuss the significance of this statement for preachers. Why is it important for us to speak in a way which audience is able to relate with and understand that rather than agitate the mind and disturb their faith? Now, after this, we'll have advance link posted. You got it? It's the 17.15. Okay. Austerity of speech. We'll discuss more on austerity of speech.
So sorry, Prabhuji, I was talking in mute. So I'm just preaching, Prabhuji. So whenever acha opportunity comes, right? So I will preach Bhagavatam stories and all. So I just want to add these main points, how we have to talk in front of the public, especially for the preacher. So they should tell the truth only, but in the convincing way and by without hesitating others' minds. So that's so. Means like lovingly we should tell the truth. So that's what the main agenda. So if anybody wants to add, right, please add, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thanks for the chance, opportunity.
Hare Krishna, I think we all are back. Okay, so we'll have from room number 1, Paripurna Malalita Mataji, Pooja Mataji's, and Iya Mataji, Saurabh Prabhu, Siddharth Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, you can speak.
Hare Krishna, Sadat Pranam, Mataji. So we have discussed this. So 2 important points. I cannot switch on today because
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. There are 2 important points. One is with respect to there is a very important word here with respect to speaking and with respect to preaching. Is one is penance and other is the pleasantness. So both the things have to be taken care during our preaching application. So with respect to penance, in the sense and how the speech should be, then the reference has to be with respect to scriptures. So we cannot have our mental speculation, and because the moment we start preaching, many time emotions also comes into picture. So maybe examples are okay, but nothing of absolutely mental speculation. Everything has to have some reference to the scriptures, or has to have reference to previous acharyas, so that at least the sanity and the sanctity are maintained. That is with respect to the penance part of it, and which is also like the Vangmaya, that is Tapa Uchyate, which is it's talking about. And second part is like how we can be pleasant, because we don't want our devotees, who has come even for the first time, should be there for a longer time. And what longer time? Maybe for the life after life. That's what we want everyone to be. And for that, we have whatever they say, we should not be contradicting things like from tomorrow you just only have to believe Krishna and no one else, things like that we shouldn't say. If they're following a particular god or demigod, maybe Shivaji or Shivji or Durgaji, then they can continue that, and sweetly and with all regards and respect, we can say that you can continue that. However, you can also chant Hare Krishna and things like that, we have to say. And most important is that the sweetness, the sweetest of the sweet is Bhagavatam, and therefore to make our words sweet, it cannot be a artificial thing. Like if I want to make it sweet, it cannot become sweet unless otherwise we are fully into this Navadha Bhakti, and also we are ourselves immersing into Bhagavatam a little bit, then only those sweetness will come, and slowly it will come. That's what we feel. And thereby what will happen is our speech and carrying out our dialogue with others becomes both with respect to the sanctity and sanity of speech, as well as from the sweetness and the softness of the thing. Hare Krishna. Other devotees.
What about other rooms, or anyone likes to add? Yeah, so basically we should tell the truth in a nice way, not agitating them. Initially, they all will be demigod worshippers. They all would have they have a different lifestyle and things. So we should not immediately stop them and say, okay, this is all sinful. That is no, they will not accept it. Yes, we should present the truth in a nice way, in a palatable way. No, that's accepting for them. So as preachers, very, very important. Like Prabhupada says, like we should not force them in such a way to take a book or something. When we do book distribution, we should give them their freedom, we should explain what we have to say them. And if they accept, well and good, or else we should try more. We should try more, or we should pray to Prabhupada and Acharyas to help us so that the right words come at the right time. So sometimes Prabhupada says what your 3 minutes preaching can do, but if you give them one book or sell them one book, then they can read it and the whole life will change. So they should speak in a nice, soft way, in the palatable way. Okay. So what about other rooms? Anyone likes to add anything?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Shravani Mataji had shared a very nice story and it got me thinking personally. So
Okay.
when I came into the Krishna consciousness movement, I was still, doing a lot of things that we are not supposed to do. And so when I came to the temple for the first time, it was the very truth that brought me to, be more involved in Krishna consciousness. So I think it's not just about speaking the truth, but it's making the person who is asking questions understand that this is the truth, and you can't deviate from it. So I think that is one of the reasons why we should, as preachers, try and make it as most enjoyable for the listener, because two things can be said in the same thing can be said in multiple different ways. And that was the story that Shravani Mataji had shared in our room about, a king and the two astrologers. So from a personal front, I think that if the preaching is not, enjoyable, then a neophyte or someone like me might not have, come into Krishna consciousness.
Yes, very nice. Yes. So it's actually Krishna, who's in our heart as Paramatma, who actually guides us during preaching, especially during preaching. Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Hua Parivartan. Without Krishna's empowerment, we cannot bring changes in someone, or we cannot, that empowerment will not come. So Prabhupada have been specially empowered by Krishna, and by his mercy, all of us have that quality. So we are doing Bhakti Shastri for what? Become better preachers, nice preachers. So this is one way of doing austerity of the speech. And also now in the 16th the sloka it says, Mana prasada saumyatvan maunam atmami nigraha bhava samshuddhi eta tapo manasa muchyate. Now austerity of the mind is what? Satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, purification of one's existence. This is the austerity of the mind. So in mind, Krishna says, Man mana, we are thinking about the Lord. It's actually purifying our mind. So about thinking about the Lord. Mataji, you can share it to everyone. Yeah, the link. Okay, so satisfaction of the mind is obtained only by taking the mind away from the thought of sense enjoyment, because sense enjoyment will make our muscle get agitated. The more we think of sense enjoyment, the more the mind becomes dissatisfied. Best course is to divert the mind to Vedic literature, which is full of satisfying stories as in Puranas and Mahabharata. Since silence means one is always thinking of self-realization. Okay. And now we'll see charity in the three modes. Austerity in goodness, we saw charity. Now, Shraddhaya Paraya Taptam Tapas Tatrivitam Nare Afala Kankshibir Yukte Satvigam Parichakshate. So there are threefold, these three kind of charity, that is Satvik, Rajasic, and Tamasic. Satvik means what? Charity in goodness. Okay, it's due to good consideration. So we have faith and not expecting material benefits from others. We are doing it for the Supreme Lord. You can see how Prabhupada, the best charity is what? To give Krishna consciousness to someone. Because you give food, after a few hours, they are hungry again. You give clothes, after a few years, it will tear, it will get torn. You give money, again, after a few days, it's over. So the only thing which will eternally help somebody is, yes, you can give food, you give Krishna Prasad. You can give money, but offer to the Lord and give that money, so that karma doesn't bind you. And Prabhupada have done the best charity, as somebody have said, like, are you doing charitable things? Like, are your ISKCON some charitable association? No, we are not doing that kind of a charity, like what material people think of. So they asked, do you have hospitals? Do you have schools, free schools? Then what service we are doing? But this is an eternal service and it's for the soul. So something like that, not expecting anything in return. The charity should be given to a worthy person, to give charity in the hands of a Brahmana and Vaishnava, because they will employ whatever you give in the service of the Lord, not others. No. So we should, here it is said that the charity should be done as a matter of goodness and also without expecting anything in return. What about Rajoguna? Satkaramana pujartam tabodham vena chaivayat kriyate tat iha proktam rajasam chalamatruvam. So it's made up of pride. If it is done to gain respect, honor and worship, then it is Rajoguna or passions, neither stable nor permanent. And Rajasic means for the sake of name. Oh, people will say I'm so charitable. That is Rajasic, just to show off. Like, for example, you give charity and you take a selfie and put it in the social medias. And okay, if it's to encourage others, it's good. But if it's to show off that I've done so much charity, then it's of no use. So if the actor or actress, whoever, they give charity and they put it in the social media, it's actually to encourage others. Because those who follow them, yadhyadachariti sreshta, taddad evedarojana, sayat pramanam kurude lokastatanuvartate. Like whatever great people do, the common people follow. So if it's for that, okay. But if it is for pride, then it becomes Rajoguna. Moodagarhenatmano yat pityate kriyate tabaha parasyota sadhanartam vatat tamasam urdhavam. So if it is done of foolishness with self-torture to destroy or others, injure others, it is said to be the mode of ignorance. So charity in the midst. So tamasic, anyone who does not know where the money is going, just like in the Bowery Street, some the drunkards come and polishes the motor car, somebody gives $5, he immediately goes to drink. That means this kind of charity means give him impetus for drinking. So charity creates such drunkards. Oh, that is very dangerous. He has to suffer. The man who's giving charity also suffers. You give money to somebody, that person buys a knife with that money and kills someone. Will the karma come back to you? You don't even know whom you have given money. And that person buys something and kills someone. Will the karma come back to you?
Yes,
Yes.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, right? So just imagine, we didn't even think about it, or we don't have any intentions for that, but still how karma binds us. So what should we do?
Yes.
Offer that money to the Lord and then give. At least in the mind, Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu or Om Tat Sat, and then give. So this is what was important. Here it is said, we should be very sure for whom we are giving charity. So instead of money, some people give as prasadam, the food, or some other way. They don't give the money as such, so that we don't know for what they use that money for. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue. Think charity, out of duty without expectation in return, with proper time and place to a worthy person. This charity in the mode of goodness. We finished that. Expectation in return, that is Rajo. So 22. So there's only a few more slokas, 28 slokas in this chapter. We'll finish this chapter next week. Okay. Anything to add? So that is charity in 3 modes. No, you don't have to do open book here. You're already done. There's no open book anymore. After 18th chapter, we'll have closed book. Okay. So start learning slokas, any 3 slokas from the last 6 chapters.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I ask you a question?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, the OB unit, the last, not this one, the number 1 for this unit 2, unit 3, I was told that, it was not handwritten, but it was actually handwritten, Mataji. So just to let you know that I've sent you. Yeah, so is that okay?
The marks, the marks will be sent to Nandita Mataji. Okay, you can collect from her.
No, Mataji, what happened? I already sent it on time, but then, on the little extra
it was written as handwritten, no? I mean, typed.
Typed, yes, yeah. But it was
Yeah,
actually handwritten. Yeah. Okay, just, that's
Yes,
it.
yes,
Thank
we saw. Okay.
you. Okay, thank you, Mataji.
So all of you filled the attendance form. So at least by July, June, July, August, I have to start Nectar of Devotion for all of you. So we'll finish chapter 18 soon, but it has a lot of slokas, 70 plus. We'll see. And then by August, we can start Nectar of Devotion. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Sumana Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna,
Mataji.
Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you.